Yeah, hello guys. Good evening. Yeah, today is the 13th of September 2020. October, sorry, 2023. That is the 13th of October 2023, and today is the 13th, and on the 14th, which is tomorrow, we are making some preparation of what we are sending to Igbokoda. Igbokoda is in Ilaje, right? Yeah, that means Ilaje is as if you are going to Ondo State. Yeah, Ilaje is in Ondo State. So that is where we are sending some parameters today. So why is the parameters? We have a client that want to hatch, and we need to get some materials and some broodstock for him to do the hatchery, and we are going to do the mentorship here ourselves. So today, tomorrow, very early tomorrow morning, you will see us. We are sending broodstocks, we are sending some water correcting materials, and we are sending some kits in order to make sure that the things there get right before hatchery. So what are we sending today? And today, please, I just want to make today a little tutorial, because it's a little bit dark. A little tutorial for those of us who do not know the difference between using some parameters to correct some parameters, using some kit to correct some parameters in your water. Because I was in an argument in a little workshop yesterday, and we are talking about some materials in order to aid in correcting your parameters, the parameters of your water, most especially for those of us who have acidic water. And as we know, if you have acidic water, most of the parameters too will be low. So for those of us that we have a lower grade parameters, how can we use a single material to solve other parameters? So that's what we are talking about. For example, if you are having low hardiness or low turbidity or low conductivity, sometimes they can advise you to use the calcium chloride in order to boost it up, or you can use the bicarbonate of soda in order for you to do that. But what we want to do today, we want to do the demo today based on what I'm taking today. It will just be a short video. So in here, what we are sending is that I told you we are sending broodstocks. So we are sending two male and 2 females to Igbokoda, that is Ondo State, very early tomorrow morning. And again, alongside, we are sending what we call the pH kit. That's the pH kit to test the potential hydrogen of your water. So we are sending the pH kit too as well. And we are sending this is what we call the bicarbonate of soda. Yeah, the bicarbonate of soda is used for what? This is an alkaline. That means they are very soft materials. They are alkaline material that does what? That correct your water from acidity to alkaline, depending on how you want to gauge them. And the good thing about them is that sometimes they don't correct the pH alone. They correct the hardiness too. Sometimes they correct your TDS too as well. I mean, the total dissolved solid in your water too as well. And they correct some of the maybe conductivity sometimes, or neutralize your nutrients sometimes. So your nitrates, sorry. So doing this, so we are sending this bicarbonate of soda. And for those of us who are using bicarbonate of soda, I think it's normally people normally call it baking soda too as well. But the most different part of it is that we have different types. For those of us who are making mistake, we have different types. Unlike the soda hash too, we have different types. So sometimes you will notice that when you push some of these parameters into water, it takes a gradual process to adjust. Or sometimes when you put it will take a very fast period to adjust. We have it in different stages. There are a lot of people that are bringing it to the market, so you need to know the original one that is most suitable for your fishes. Is important. Because of our time, in here too, we are sending what we call the seashell. This is the seashell, this Concord seashell. So we are sending, that means we are taking the pH kit, we are sending the sodium bicarbonate of soda, and we are sending the Concord seashell today. And before we go, let us just do some experiment. What you want to test for now, we want to test for our water changes, the rate that the water changes, and the rate this can correct based on the two materials we have here, based on how we can correct your hardiness and your conductivity and your what we call your conductivity and your TDS, that means total dissolved solid. So this is the water now that I'm going to test. Because of our time, it's getting darker. Because of our time, I will just put some water, and you can see how acidic the water is. You can see how acidic the water is. See how acidic the water is. So from the acidity of the water, I'm going to put a little bit of, okay, we just check the acidity. So let me just test for the conductivity or for the total dissolved solid or the hardiness of the water. So checking through this now, I'm going to put it to the ppm. That means so by the time I put into the ppm and I hold, it tells me I have by the time I put it to so hold on, let me just put it to ppm for the this is the ppm, I guess. So testing for the ppm, by the time I put the meter into it, and hold, it tells me I have 85. Yeah, it tells me I have 85. So from my 85, what I will do is that it's lower. So once it's lower, let me use the soda bicarbonate, the bicarbonate of soda. Let me just put some inside here, and note, as I'm putting it here, I'm going to use it to correct the pH. I'm going to use that to correct the pH. So let me now test what we have here after putting it inside. So for, the other time I checked and the water is acidic. So let me just check again now because of our time. You can see the water is getting to about 8. It's going to 7.5, going to 8. It has taken it up from the potential hydrogen. And now let me test again for our, let me off and on. Let me test again for our water conductivity, the ppm of the water. So the ppm of the water, it tells me I have
68.1.
It tells me I have 681. It told me I have 681. So you can see the level that this thing increases the ppm. That means the hardiness of your water. It takes it up. It takes it up. So that is why sometimes if we are correcting some things, we should know how to correct the other factors. And two, because of our time, I think I will shift some of this lecture into other time. So let me just test for the what's it called, the seashell. So because of the time, the time is going. So before then, let me just check one thing. Let me check what we have here, and if I put it here, it tells me the water is acidic. So once the water is acidic, I need to put some seashell inside. So by the time I put some seashell inside and I let it work for some little period, and I have to check. And note, what we have in here is that we have our water to be 68 ppm. So in here, let me just put a drop here. I'm putting a drop inside here. It takes the water to it takes it to 6.5. Yeah, but it will turn to 7, because this is how this works. If I should leave it out here, it will turn it to 7. But it takes it to 2.5 immediately from 4. From 4, it takes it to 6.5. Because of the time, let me test very fast. Test for the what's it called, the ppm of the seashell. So put it inside, and I stop this. It tells me I have 101. It tells me I have 101, which conveniently falls into the ranges. So what are we talking about now? These parameters, depending on how you are using them, please, depending on how you are using them. If you are testing for your pH, because I know a lot of people, and this what, let me give an instance. This is what I'm using. I'm using the Igbokoda Ondo. I'm not using soda ash. Soda ash works very, very fast. So that is why some of us will still think we don't have result, because one, we only test for the pH. We don't test for the other parameters. And this, if peradventure this takes the pH to a level, this may increase the other parameters, and as far as increase the other parameters, you are having serious problem. So let me just cite an example before I go tonight. Let us now turn to the conductivity of our, that means the conductivity. Yeah, this is the conductivity. Okay, let us put it to conductivity. This is the conductivity. So testing the conductivity now of this, by the time I press, I hold and I check, it tells me I have 241 for the conductivity. And note, it has not got it to 1000. But if I'm not careful, if I should put more of this, into to streamline our conductivity, it will go higher. It will go higher. This is just to tell you, this is an extent to tell you why, how many of us are making serious mistake. Why we are making serious mistake. I think it's still in, let me put it to conductivity. It's still in conductivity. So by the time I put it in here and I hold and I check, you can see this conductivity, it takes the conductivity 2282. I bet you, the truth has to be told. If you use this kind of water to hatch, don't come to me to bring your complaints. You see, this I've turned it to 7. Don't come to me to bring your complaint that your hatchery, when your fishes get to some stages, they start dying. That is why you are killing your fishes yourself. Nobody is helping you to kill your fishes. Because sometimes, if you tell people to understand your water, understanding your water means, let me give you an example. If you go to General Hospital, because I know General Hospital, we have a lot of expert doctors there. If you go there and they notice that you're having some symptoms that they know, by the time maybe you're having a high BP and they have used a drug on you and they know this drug is not controlling very fast, or this drug is taking it lower, they will ask you to wait to examine you. That is how it works in water too. You need to wait and to examine your water very well before you start using it. So by the time I put it, you can see this one has taken it to 9. Look at the two I put, and it takes the conductivity to 2282. So I bet you, if you don't have any result, you're on your hold. So the problem there is that you must know, because of my time, the time is falling apart, you must know how to understand your water parameters. So that is why this lecture is important for you today, understanding your water parameters. That means the difference between gauging for your pH and controlling other parameters. So that's why sometimes, if I should advise some of my clients that if you are getting only the pH kit, try to get some other parameters too as well. But sometimes they will feel no, they can't get it. And if you don't get it and you use money to buy blue stock of 100 million, I'm sorry, you won't get any result. That's the truth. You won't get any result. I will bring it up here very soon. I was in Ibadan to do some consultancy job. I was there for like 3 days, yes, to do some hatchery there, which we did a massive hatchery there too as well. So what I'm trying to say is that by the time I get to the farm, I noticed that after all we have done to the farm, the only thing we needed is to manage what we have done, because we do a lot of serious filtrating system there. I think we have about 3 to 4 filtrating systems we did in that farm. So after then, I now noticed that it's how to manage your water that really means, because I've tested the water myself. But why other people are getting it wrong, because they will think that they need some other things to do this. Please, this is the bicarbonate of soda which is going tomorrow morning, and this is the heat for the potential hydrogen, and this will be going tomorrow morning, and I'll be putting it inside here. I'll be sealing because this CCL2 is going with it very early tomorrow morning, so I'll be sealing and I'll be putting it here, and what that means is ready to go. So I'll be doing videos on how we are taking the blue stocks very early tomorrow morning, and how we are taking to the park for just you guys to see some of our activities. And if you like those activities, make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube page, make sure that you share and like, make sure that you get most of our books on catfish farming. We do a lot of things. You can go to my bio on YouTube, just press the bio. This will take you to our WhatsApp. In our bio on the WhatsApp and the catalog, you see a lot of things we sell, a lot of jobs we have done, and you can follow us on WhatsApp too as well. So thank you and God bless you.